Hello internet and welcome back to another Unturned video. Just now today Nelson has released the Unturned 2 roadmap on Trello. You can find the link in the description. I found a lot of stuff in the roadmap very interesting, so that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video, while there is some Unturned 3.0 gameplay in the background. Server administration. There's going to be permissions, roles, automatic server restart, and Archon or Recon with implementations for in-game chat, command line, and so on. All of this is going to be in-game without having to download any plugins or so on. There is a replay mode, so for every game you play, you will be able to go back into a replay section in the game and you can look at the gameplay in the game. The replays will be saved in a dedicated server and there will be a replay viewer and a browser, so all your replays, for example from one game, you will see them in a replay browser and you can watch them. There also might be an option so you can upload those replays to the workshop in case you do something cool or if you want to send the replay to someone else. Spectating. Admins will be able to join the game as a spectator and they can spectate whoever they feel like spectating and see if they're hacking, and normal players will be able to join games and spectate friends. You won't be able to spectate anyone else who isn't your friend on Steam or in your party in game. Spectators will see everything when spectating, the HUD and so on. Zombies, or what Nelson calls them for Unturned 2 or 4.0, the Turned. Turned version of the players that wear their gear, so you would probably have to kill the zombie to retrieve the player's gear. Organic mutation and growth on apocalyptic buildings which spawns monsters / zombies or creatures that are attached to the ceiling. Water. Splashes from physical objects such as the player or items and so on, so it will be splashes if you dive into the water. Diving will be a thing in Unturned 2, so you can just dive into the water instead of jumping into it. Wake from moving objects. For example, if there's fish in the water or if there's a player in the water, you will see the water waking. If you don't know what a wake is, here's a little video from someone recording a river. You can see the small circles on the water. That is what we fishermen like to call a fish waking. There will be sea life in Unturned. Nelson didn't mention what there will be, but probably fishes. I would assume sharks and octopuses and so on. When you jump in the water, your clothes will be wet and it will probably make you slower. It will make the gear heavier until you get dried. If you go closer to a campfire, your clothes will dry much faster. Transitions when coming out of the water or diving into it. There will also be foam on beaches / edges. There will be NPCs who have the features dialogue, services, and quests. What is different between the NPCs in Unturned 4 to Unturned 3 is that they will have daily routines so they don't stand still 24/7 like in 3.0. There will also be bandit NPCs, but Nelson didn't release any information on that. In 3.0, when you max your skills, you need to get experience from killing zombies, cutting down trees, or farming overall. That is not how you're gonna max your skills and so on from now on. Skills are earned depending on your actions instead of experience points. Okay, about raining. When it rains, there will be storm clouds, there will be fogs, there will be puddles like in 3.0. So Unturned 4.0 is developed in Unreal Engine, so there will be more physics. So water will drip from buildings and trees and so on. You will be able to collect rainwater to drink it, of course, or something like that. And rain affects how the vehicles work. So if you would drive on wet ground or wet grass, it would probably make the car drift more. There will also be lightning storms. There will also be snow. Different degrees of blizzard, icicles will appear on roofs, etc. Frost on car windows and so on. Snow builds up, so there will be hills of snow, perhaps snow bases. Snow will affect vehicle handlings. You can collect snow to make snowballs, melt to water. Snow will melt if it's not kept in a freezer. Darkness is based on where the moon is. Ranges from Unturned 3's brightness to pitch black. Small range of visibility without a light source. If all players on a server sleep in a bed, it makes it day. There will be throwable molotovs. Fire spreads across flammable surfaces such as dry grass and probably gasoline. Objects will catch fire, and to extinguish it, you will need water. It might not be a feature, but Nelson thinks it would be interesting. You will have the ability to travel to an alternative reality where the Turned / zombies originated from. You'll find yourself in one of the frontier fortified complexes. It's very dark and overgrown, and it's impossible to survive them for very long. You have to get in and get loot, then you have to get out of the alternative reality as soon as possible. Player trading. There will be an interface for trading with players to prevent scamming. Steam lobbies. You will be able to party up with people before entering a server. You can create parties in-game, and when somebody leaves the party in-game, it will display an alert. Screenshots will have a high-res upload. Players that are in the screenshot that you take will be visible in the tags of the screenshot. The stuff that I mentioned now are the most interesting stuff that I found on the Unturned roadmap. If you want to read the rest, you can find them in the link in the description. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment, did this roadmap make you more excited for 4.0 or not? Bye bye everybody. Don't forget to stay coffee.